Who's the attorney for Kenneth Deleuze? All right, on this case, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, we're only set on the bond modification right now. The 19th, on that date, that's when the actual case was set. We were set earlier this week, but
Okay.
I had to reset it for an actual hearing on the bond.
All right, now I understand. He's asking to be allowed to work. Are you all in agreement or no?
Your Honor, I believe we did hear this and the court was just wanting proof of employment and
Yes.
the counsel did provide that.
Okay, pause. Anytime you hear pretrial services officer in court, know the judge is looking for receipts. It's not enough to just say you work. You better prove you're working, especially when you're on bond. This isn't, trust me, bro law.
This was directly from the pretrial service officer as well.
Okay. All right, let me just explain. I'm a little bit confused by the document, or maybe I'm interpreted incorrectly. All right, State, do you agree that the hours he works are from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday?
I mean, I don't agree, Your Honor, because I don't know. My understanding was that was his personal business.
Is this your personal business? And what do you do?
Think of Geek Squad.
I'm sorry, what?
Think Geek Squad. I'm a computer guy. I repair computers.
Now hold up. Bitcoin ATMs, Geek Squad on wheels. This man's resume is reading like an FBI keyword generator. But seriously, the more gigs you list, the more proof the court expects. It's not enough to hustle. You have to document the hustle.
So I have a PO box where I go pick up computers and I go to people's houses and I knock out computers, whether it's businesses or computers, and not to mention that I work for another company that does ATMs. So I do Rocket Criminal, which is Bitcoin ATMs. So
I'm sorry, you need to speak up.
I also fix ATMs. So you think like, I'm not sure if you know about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin ATMs, that's what that is as well. So I have a contract with a company that does Bitcoin ATMs where I have to move. That's the reason why I'm asking.
All right, so what I can tell you is, one, I didn't know this was your own business. This 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. doesn't work for the court. I'll allow you, well, I mean, this is what I'm telling you. I'm not doing 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm not doing it because the hours that you're posting, these are hours that you say. I don't have any proof that this is actually occurring. All I have is your word saying I'm going to a PO box to pick up computers, and I do this from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
And I also work at houses.
Well, again, this is from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. I don't have any proof of that. All I have is you're saying it. And I'm not going to agree to a time from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's more than 8 hours a day.
Your Honor, an alternative, my client would be able to limit his hours to a traditional 9 to 6, 9 to 9, or I guess it would be 8 to 6, just to give him that window of being able to travel.
I'm not doing, I'm telling you, if I allow him to do this, it's going to be normal business hours. It would be 9 to 5. And even when I'm doing it 9 to 5, he needs to have documentation that he actually went to a PO box. The time he is going to that PO box, he needs to provide it to them.
I don't know how.
And there it is. This isn't just about working hours anymore. This man is facing serious charges, continuous violence, bond violations, stalking. The judge's tone just shifted, and now it's all about public safety. What would you do in this situation? Let him work or lock it down? Let me know in the comments.
Just go to my PO box when you're supposed to. This is the problem that happened with the GPS officer in the first place.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you.
I'm not trying to be.
And no. I don't take it as being difficult. I understand that you want your hours to 9 to 8 p.m. The state is saying they don't want you to have it at all. I understand why the state is saying no, because you're on bond for continuous violence against family, violation of bond or protective order, assault and stalking. So here's the thing, whether it's true or not, I don't know. All I know is what your charges are. All I know is my job is to protect the community. All I know, at least one of them, all I know is your attorney is saying that you can't pay for this GPS because you're on full house arrest. So
You pay for my life,
this is what
right?
I'm
I
sorry.
can't pay for anything right now. I'm about to be homeless.
Yeah.
This is why I need to work.
All right. I will tell you this.
I need to work Sundays too, and I need to. And if I'm
Well, that's not going to happen. I would-
Your Honor, if we can ask that it be modified to the 9 to 5, my client will provide the necessary proof at this point. If that is the court's order, he will abide by the court's order. And I will make sure that he understands that that is the court's order at this. It is better than nothing at this point because he does need to get to work, Your Honor. He is going to be homeless soon if he cannot start making, money. He's made current arrangements with his landlord to allow him to stay there. But he is behind, I believe,
Yes.
a month or 2 months behind rent already.
I need to leave. He's already given me a termination on my lease, so I need to get out of there.
Mhm.
So I got to be able to generate something. And maybe I was asking for just tracking only so that I could move around.
No,
and do what I
tracking
need to
is
do.
not going to be allowed. That's not even a consideration.
Can I speak? I don't know.
You can
No,
speak,
no.
but I'm telling you,
No. I'm just gonna ask a question.
sure.
I'm asking a question. So I was told the other day by the DA that I'm gonna listen to you. You're my lawyer. I'm not gonna talk.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna talk. It's on.
No. Here's the thing. I will tell you, I keep an open mind. The issue that I have with you is that the timeframes he's asking for, there's too much of an open window. And basically,
Major turning point. Despite objections, the judge is crafting a compromise, 9 to 5 only, with strict logging and pre-approval. This is courtroom micromanagement at its peak. Why? Because trust is earned, not assumed, especially when GPS violations are involved.
if I allow him to do this, it is sort of like tracking because he's saying he's working from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if he's going to a PO box or whatever. Somebody would have to ask the
I'm not gonna go.
pretrial services to do that.
I need to generate money.
Your Honor, if we can, like I said before, we are willing, if the court is only allowing him to work from 9 to 5, my client will make the necessary arrangements for his business to be able to work within those hours that the court allows. We are asking that it be modified to allow that at least. He will just need to have to modify his hours at that point.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do, and I want you all to write this up and state, I know you're not in agreement with it, but I'm going to want this written up. So his hours that he's allowed to work are from 9 to 5. That includes going and coming. He is going to have to pick a specific time when he is going to be traveling to go to his PO box. And he needs to put down the location of the PO box. And in these hours from 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday, he needs to put in the order the time in that block of time that he is going to be traveling to his PO box. And if somebody calls him and they want a computer repaired, he needs to call pretrial services to let them know, I received a phone call. This is the specific address that I'm going to either pick up a computer or repair a computer at this address. And he needs to tell them how long he's going to be at that address. Yes.
How about when pretrial don't answer because they never answer? I can't even speak to my pretrial officer. He
Send an
doesn't-
email.
Your
I
Honor,
have proof of all the emails I've sent to him.
Well,
Your
yes.
Honor, if I may,
Mhm.
if I may, I understand the court's order. I know he needs to give documentation. I know he needs to tell them that he's going to go. But sometimes, as he is saying, there is time constraints of when.
I'll just put it in an email. It's a paper trail.
Of course, Your Honor. So he wouldn't need confirmation from them to say, yeah, you can go there. It would just need to provide documentation of proof. This is where I'm going.
This is what the court's order is. He needs to sit down with you And for each Monday through Saturday, his time he's allowed out is from 9 to 5, and has to be work related only.
Of course.
So for example, on Monday, if he says, I'm going to go to my PO box at 10 a.m. and he needs to pick that date, not I'm going at 10 a.m., then I'm going at noon. No, just pick one block of time that he's going to his PO box. In the order, put, defendant is allowed to go to his PO box on Mondays hypothetically, it's 9 a.m.
Mhm.
At 9 a.m., the PO box is located at this physical address. He's only allowed to be there for no more than an hour to get whatever he needs from that PO box.
No pit stops, no snacks, no excuses. When the judge has to suggest Uber Eats as your best option, you know this isn't about comfort. It's about control. The freedom you're asking for comes with the responsibility the court needs to see. Would you survive under these restrictions?
Now, mind you, sometimes people are standing in line. It's something that the postmaster who's in charge of that location has to give it to you. That's fine if he goes beyond that point, but at least the GPS will show that he's at that location at his PO box.
Okay.
So he's only allowed to go to that PO box once a day, pick whatever time he wants to pick it. And then if he has somebody who calls him and says they need a computer repaired at their home,